Coach Lou here. Got another episode, NFL edition film breakdown, preseason week 2. Alright? A lot of great videos, a lot of different things from teams. I hope you enjoy it.
Eagles, Jalen Hurts not playing, so they got Joe Flacco. They got 2 tight ends to the top of the screen right here, and then 2 receivers out. Alright? They're running a wide zone lock to the right. Alright, so running back's going across his face. These 2 are going to just pass pro, basically. Alright? These 5 are doing wide zone to the right. Alright? Flacco's reading second level here, here, here. These 3 guys, okay, to see if this slant or this glance route is open or this quick in. Okay, let's play it through real quick. There we go, wide zone, blah blah blah. Nice. I mean, he got 10 yards. All right, great. That's what you're looking for. Now to add to make it part of the 2 quarterback RPO system is, bam, give this tight end right here, the last guy on line of scrimmage, give him a fade. Let him run down the sideline. You could still block everything here. Now all this running back has to do while he's reading these defenders, this defender, okay, seeing who's coming, is mostly he's keeping his eye. His eye should be glanced over there to this corner. All right, if this corner comes up, try to make a tackle. Now we have a fade coming down the sideline. Bam, see, since that tight end's helping on this block more, this guy's hesitating. All right, but if this tight end were to run a fade, now this guy has to decide to stay back, okay, or come up, and now we got a big old play. Okay, this guy does a great job of reading the hole. I mean, it's a big hole, and that's another thing. I mean, if there's a big enough hole, you just take it. All right, running back takes it, gets a great play. Play here, they got a 2x2 look. All right, they're just doing a power block to the left. Let's run it through real quick so we see it. Bam, and 1 yard. I mean, he got the first down, great. Okay, here you go. This is how you would run it in the 2 quarterback RPO system. All right, these 2 receivers, you could either have outside breaking routes, inside breaking routes. It doesn't matter. Since it's basically pass pro, the quarterback has time to throw anything. If you want to go a stick with a fade, if you want to go glance with a quick in, bubble, small smoke screen, it's up to you. Okay. Here we go. Back now, play side where we're running. I would have Kendrick Bourne. All right, since we really want to make this DN commit upfield, so we have this kick out block. All right, for this offensive guard, Kendrick Bourne, have him run a angle or a pop pass down the middle to freeze up these 3 defenders. Okay, so here we go. Bam, look, Kendrick Bourne's looking to block here. All right, now the difference we would have, because the difference we would do is have him just keep running down the middle. So either this safety's going to keep coming, yeah, he has help over the top, but then this linebacker might really not come downhill as fast, okay, because the receiver's coming across his face. All right. Now look at all the linemen. The linemen are on the line of scrimmage, so you can perfectly run a pop pass or any pass play you want. It's just this tight end, we would tell him to either stay at the line of scrimmage or give him a route, all right, to run the play through. I mean, he gets decent yards, but he gets the first down, but it's not as explosive it can be, which is possible through the 2 quarterback RPO. Run many RPOs. So here's just a simple run play that they do. They got motion across by this receiver, as you'll see. And then the running back cuts a power or a trap right up the middle. Bam. Okay. Let's rewind it. So the difference is either this tight end or this wide receiver, we give him a pop pass. Okay, especially knowing this motion, if you made it a true fake jet, even if he's not, all right, the defense is sliding this way. Where if this tight end had a pop right down the middle, right, instead of blocking this end, just complete. I mean, that end's doing a great job hitting him. Okay, doing his job. So if that tight end could get off, he's got this pop. Look at this middle room right here, wide open. That once this running back gets the ball, he could throw it right over these linebackers. All right. Then backside, we'd give this receiver a quick out for this quarterback, something that we would love because this DB's off 7-8 yards, and that's an easy completion. All right. Running an RPO here. One thing I would like to keep an eye on is the offensive lineman and what the play is. So here we go before I say anything else. Alright, they threw a fade, you guys. The linemen were downfield, they didn't throw a penalty. So even though the rule is only a yard in the NFL, they're really not looking for it. It's not one of their points of emphasis this year. Now maybe they don't ever want to, just because, it's better to have higher scorings from a fan's perspective. All right. So here we go. I mean, pre-snap, he's telling him, if you love the fade, take the fade. Okay, they must love it so much. All right, but this bubble right here and this fade is just to clear out these defenders. Where we could add with this tight end, we could add a pop pass or even a flat for if Fitzpatrick were to pull it like he does. Bam, he's got that fade. So the only thing I would add is just have that tight end have a flat to give him another option to throw to if he doesn't think that fade will be open. I mean, they get the completion. It's a great job. It's just adding different element to really, make a defense think twice of being overly aggressive. Just saw from Washington, as you see, it's a RPO. They must love a pre-snap fade where they throw it. Okay, but let's go back and let's see. All right, where those offensive linemen are. All right, buddy, that's 5 yards downfield. That's a pass. That should be a penalty, in the rule book. But since I'm gonna keep saying that they're really not looking for it, so you can get away with a lot of RPOs in the NFL level if your guys get open and your quarterbacks are quick enough to read it. All right. So here we go. One more time. The only change I would make, all right, obviously that's their pre-snap 9. We're cool with that. All right. So if this guy's running the 9 or the fade, and you still have a flat, maybe a slant concept here. I forgot to see this side. All right. Let's just give one more read. So that's for Mahomes to read. Pre-snap, if you like the fade, take the fade. If not, now you're reading this DN. Okay? DN stays. You hand it off to this running back. If he crashes hard, now you pull. You have one of these two receivers. Okay? So the only route or thing we would change on this play is when this running back gets the ball or the second quarterback, give this receiver a route. Give him a bang or a skinny, which is a skinny bow, sorry, or a crossing route, or an angle. Make him really get open on a route. Where now, all 4 of your receivers are running routes. Your offensive line is just blocking like a run play, and our two quarterbacks are making the decision to hand it off or run it. See, they do a good job here of guarding this. Where that run is technically open. Look at this hole. That is a cutback lane where that guy's looking for Mahomes. And they're taken out of the play, these DBs, where if Mahomes was, maybe he was told to throw it, but if he read it and handed it off, the running back has a big old gain, all right? And the defense is thinking twice about coming upfield and being, all right? They do a simple inside zone. He's truly not reading it. It's Colt McCoy, so they don't want to run him as much, as even though he just got the first down on the play before. So here we go. Run it through, inside zone, read it. Running back gets 7 yards. Good job. Okay, there's Colt getting the run on the play before. Alright, so here we go. This is what we're going to add. This is what we're going to change. Give these guys a route. Give one guy a route. Give all 3 a routes. Doesn't matter. It's whatever you're looking to do on offense. Okay, this running back or this second quarterback, once he's given the ball, now give this receiver a route. Give him a slant, especially if he took an outside release, a diamond release, and came back in. These guys are thinking run. You could even give him a 9 technically if you want this guy running downfield to throw the ball. But look how everyone's coming. This safety does a good job double teaming, looking. So the right read here would be to hand the ball off, and he would see that he's getting double teamed, or it's just a running back and a linebacker. And we would hope that our running back or our second quarterback is good enough to break down a linebacker at least once or twice a game. But then, as you noticed, our guard got off to that guy where now we're really, we're exploding off the ball, and by giving the defense multiple guys doing different things, receivers running routes, and the second guy getting the handoff can throw it, the defense will be afraid to do, most of their normal plays they do on defense. Pin and pull to the right, okay? We just made a video on it yesterday on the pin and pull and how it works perfectly into the 2 quarterback RPO system. So let's play it through first before we do anything else. Bam, bam. Get the run. Backside had a glance with the quick in. Okay. So very simple, easy concept. Quarterback is just reading second level guys. All right, mostly these guys right here. Probably these 3, these 2 linebackers and this nickel. All right. So the only thing we would change, 2 things. 2 things we would change. 1, have this guy, instead of going downfield, block, just reach block this end. All right. And then give this guy a route. Give him a fade. Give him a corner, give him an out, whatever you want. All right. See, he goes downfield. So, you know, you can't throw it. Technically, it's a penalty. I mean, he does get a 7-yard gain. Okay. But, you know, we're trying to be a little more explosive here. We have the ability to get more explosive. All right. So the center and the guard are pulling. A kick out there. And this is where we would try and tell him, like, try to really take this man to the sideline. Okay, and that's where hopefully we would tell this guy to block this end. Take him to the sideline. So then these guys would go to the sideline. So now we can really develop this downfield route. And this quarterback does make the right read. You know, pass pro by these tackles. He does make the right read because this nickel is staying inside. All right, so the throw isn't open. Where if this was more to the sideline, now his route puts this corner in conflict where either he comes up and takes the run or he stays back, which just helps this run bounce a little farther. They're going to run wide zone to the right. Wide receiver has a 7-yard out. Okay, and this is where on this particular play, there's only one thing, but there's two things you need to change. One, you tell these linemen, these offensive linemen, don't go downfield. Okay, so don't go farther than a yard technically. I mean, you can get away with it. If you watch plenty of NFL games, they've been getting away with going downfield. All right, the refs aren't. It's not an emphasis they're really looking for. All right, but you tell these linemen just stand in the line of scrimmage. Okay, this receiver's already running a route, so now give this running back, this second quarterback, an opportunity to throw it if it's there. All right, so let's play it through. Okay. From this D-line pressure right here, they're both in the backfield. Now, he could throw it. He can throw this 7-yard out because of how the DB's turned inside and he's running an outside breaking route. Okay, and he has time to throw it. You know, that timing, they got to both trust each other. But he can throw it here, but what I would probably tell them and coach them up is since this D-line pressure is in the backfield, just try and get whatever you can. Okay? I mean, look. Technically, if he was looking for it, and that's where, if he was really looking for it, yeah, he could have thrown it and gotten those yards. I mean, that's a 7-yard catch. Doesn't have to be a perfect ball to the sideline. All right, that defender is off. So it is there to throw it. I mean, the Bears are basically running it on this play right here. Okay, they got a backside bubble. It wasn't there because it's blocked 3-on-3. So the only thing really we would have to change is tell this running back or make this a second quarterback and tell him, hey, you can throw this ball if you love it. Take it. All right. He gets a. I mean, he only gets a 2-yard gain, 1-yard gain. You know, where he could have got a 7-yard pass if he had thrown it, at least a 7-yard. All right, let's play it real quick. They had a bunch to the left. It was wide. It was a little farther out. It wasn't close to the line of scrimmage. Okay, but they got a bunch to the left, and they're running bubble. So the first two guys are blocking. Third guy, inside guy, has a bubble. Since it's a 3-on-3, okay, you're not going to throw the bubble. So now, yeah, it's a handoff. Okay, that's the read. Give read. Now, the only thing you change is this wide receiver, instead of blocking, run a corner, run an out. Okay, just like the Bears did. And you tell the lineman, don't go downfield. This guy's downfield right now, but everyone else is doing a good job. Or if this guy's got a corner, okay, now he has that chance, this second quarterback or this running back in this play, can throw the ball to this wide receiver running a route downfield. Okay, now the D-line pressure gets through, the defensive pressure gets through. So, yeah, we would then tell him, hey, it's not there. Don't take too much of a loss. Tuck the ball in. Get as many yards as you can, which he does a good job of getting. Okay. Now, we wouldn't have the downfield blocking of the linemen. All right, but we're okay with that because we trust that the defense will be more afraid to be truly aggressive because we could be throwing the ball every time we hand the ball off to our second quarterback. If this guy had an out or a corner, it'd be perfect. To the left. As you'll see, they motion this guy. They block it. Okay. It's kind of a 3-on-3, so you don't have the advantage since this guy's coming. And, I mean, he would have time to get over there. So this is why he gives it. Linemen are doing a good job staying at the line of scrimmage. Okay. And since there's no receiver down, okay, it was a tight end. He's part of the blocking scheme. He had no one to throw to. Okay. But if you add one of those receivers from over there, okay, so let's back up a little bit. Here we go. And if you added, say, this guy, just put him over here. Okay, so then it's a 2-by-1 look to the left. All right, you still go pin and pull to the left, Now this receiver, if he was over here, now you give him a route. You could still sell this bubble, okay? Motion him out here. This guy would block the most dangerous, okay? Now and this is what I'm saying. Once you handed this guy the ball off, because we don't have the advantage over here on this bubble route, this receiver who was placed over here, whatever route you gave him, now that gives this guy an opportunity to throw the ball. Because the linemen, if you watch, the linemen and the tackles, the guards, they all do a great job staying in line of scrimmage, okay? Where if he had time, I mean, he can throw the ball right now. He has plenty of time to throw the ball. There's truly no backfield pressure. This guy's running around, okay? So there is time for a second quarterback to throw the ball downfield in the NFL on their run plays they're currently running right now. To the right, they motion this guy to get a little more, make the defense think twice about what they're doing, okay? And it's an RPO, right? He's going to hand it off unless none of these guys follow this bubble out here, all right? That swing pass is coming out here because this guy's going to block, all right? So you don't love it because it's a 2-on-2, okay? So you're not going to take it. The only thing we would change is besides, maybe this guy stay at the line of scrimmage and catch your guy, give this receiver a route where, look, if you took this open pop pass right here in this middle, and this offensive lineman were to stay closer to the line of scrimmage, so they really wouldn't call it. Now we got, a pop pass for a 5-yard gain at least, but all that grass, probably another extra 5 yards he could have gained if he took his outside release, planted in, and now his pop pass for this running back who has time to throw it would have been wide open, and he got a 10, 15-yard gain just on a simple run play that the Ravens, ran in this game that they have in their playbook. That's nothing different. It's just adding a receiver zone to the left. All right. They love the matchup, as you can see. Here we go. Play through. It's a 2-on-2, a 2-on-3 advantage. This guy's in no man's because they're running to the outside. So that's why he throws the bubble. He gets 5, 6 yards. Good for them. Okay. Correct read. Now what we're adding is this receiver, he has a route also. Okay, the linemen do a great job staying on the line of scrimmage. Okay, give this guy a route, give him a 10-yard out, corner, fade, hitch and go, whatever you want. All right, doesn't matter. Even a 5-yard hitch. Okay, that's fine. Just to give this guy the option to throw that. These linemen are doing a great job staying right here. Where if he was given a 5-yard out, okay, he would have the opportunity to throw it. Now this guy might do a great job crashing down, but as you can see in this picture, this defender has a great opportunity to make this play on this running back, okay? So instead of taking a loss in the backfield, if we were to hand the ball off to the second quarterback, all right, he can throw a 5-yard pass where there's more of an opportunity, analytically to gain yards. Even if it's a 5-yard catch, you still got 5 yards instead of getting tackled in the backfield, unless you know for a fact that this second quarterback will be able to break this tackle every single time. Get through real quick. Inside zone. They got a bubble to the outside. Nice 4-yard gain. All right. Good play. Nice. You got yards. Can never complain when you get positive yards. See, the only thing we change is this tight end. Give him a pop pass in the middle. All right. Give him an angle, glance, whatever you want to call it. Give him an opportunity to get in the middle and get open. All right. Just to make these linebackers think about coming downhill too fast. All right. Doesn't change anything you're doing. Tua still made the right read on this play, where this 2-on-1 advantage is there because this linebacker went inside. So that's why he handed it off. All right. But as you can see, if he were to hand it off, why he didn't hand it off, sorry. If he were to hand it off to Myles Gaskin, okay, if this guy was the second quarterback, look at this little, we're not asking him to throw a perfect ball. Not obviously not a shitty ball, okay, but good enough where he, a simple pop pass, jump pass, right in this middle, where Gesicki gets, that's a 10-yard gain, and more because these safeties are so far back. With them running to the sideline, thinking because, this bubble is wide open, where we're really making both sides of the defense think twice about either do I come up and guard this guy or should I play this run, stay back with the receiver. Look how open he is. All right. This is, yes, right read on this play, but this is where you could run the same play. They play this bubble better, where next time, okay, hopefully we block this better. That guy looks like he's going to make a tackle. But if we block this better, this guy can come downhill 1 or 2 steps and then just throw it right to Gesicki, who's getting a big gain. 1-yard line. I'm an offensive coordinator. I would run this play. Okay, I myself would run this play. Now, would I run the 2 quarterback RPO system? No, I really wouldn't. Okay, on the 1 yard line, unless maybe on the 5 yard line to really there's more space. Okay, it's not as important, especially on a 4th and goal. And this is where the only thing I would change if we were backed up on the 5 yard line or if we were in the middle of the field and we did the short yardage, okay, is give this guy, okay, give him a pop pass. Give him a pop pass. Okay, he already takes an outside release. Okay, so bam. Outside release. If he took this middle, alright. Now, yeah, there's a DB right here. There's a safety. And these linebackers coming downhill hard. That's the thing, though. In the 2 quarterback RPO system, these linebackers truly wouldn't come downhill as hard unless they knew without a doubt that this guy wasn't running route, he was blocking. But that wouldn't happen because most of the time, these receivers and tight ends would be running routes, which would be available for the quarterbacks, the 2 quarterbacks, 1 and 2, to throw the ball. So if we gave this guy a pop pass in the middle, this linebacker would have to think twice about coming downhill on this run. Or even if we're not telling them to throw this pop pass, we just add it to really make them think twice, to deceive the defense, to be like, hey, we might throw it here, be ready. And since, coaching point, we'd tell them no, just run and get it in for the touchdown. But this is where that defense would truly never be prepared what's coming for them in the 2 quarterback RPOs in the game. Okay, motion down, inside, they're going power right. They had a little smoke screen to the left. Obviously, they didn't love it because there's a 2-on-2, so you're not going to throw that. Okay, this motion guy, okay, give him an insert seam or an insert pop looking for the ball. Okay, this right tackle and right guard can still down block. Have this tight end kick out this defensive end or kick him out to the sideline where this pulling guy is still doing his action. The left guard still pulling. Okay, you have your insert where you just run by these guys instead of blocking them. Run by them. Okay, line looks like they're doing a decent job. This could be better, obviously. But if he ran by, now this guard obviously has 2 guys. But by that time, this second quarterback would be like, oh, it's open right in the middle. I can throw this pop pass, okay, to this receiver who would be right here in this void because the linebackers were coming downhill really hard. Simple run play, power to the left. Get really good yards, almost 10 yards. Okay, can't complain. Never complain. All right. But runs don't happen like that. Sorry, no, I take that back. Runs do happen like that more often in the 2 quarterback RPO system because these linebackers are afraid to come downfield. Same with these safeties and corners. You really need your D-line to dominate consistently. Okay? But since it's read option football, especially these ends, you can even run midline so to really make the tackles think twice. We're really making everyone think twice all over the defensive side of the ball. Okay, so pre-snap, you got a bubble here, 2-on-2. Obviously, he's taught no, don't take that. Okay. Now the only thing we would add is have this guy run a pop pass right down the middle. Have this guard when he pulls, okay, instead of pulling up the hole, okay, have him kick this guy out so then this tight end can run that pop pass to make these linebackers think twice about coming downhill. Okay? Just have this receiver run a 5-yard out or fade to get this corner out of the picture. Okay? But this tight end should come right down this middle. Look at this tackle and guard. Technically, they're doing a good job staying behind the line of scrimmage, actually, but just making this guy run around. That's great. Block is here. So instead of this guy going downfield, he could stay at the line of scrimmage, all right, really help on this defensive tackle, blow this guy up. So then this guy would kick out, and then this tight end would have a pop pass right down the middle, all right, for a big gain. Now, yes, a big gain here, but we get a bigger gain in the 2 quarterback. Have a pre-snap bubble here, 2-on-2, since you're not going to take it, even though they do. All right, they shouldn't have, but all right. They're going a simple, let's see it, inside zone to the left. All right, and there's a reason why I was blown up in the backfield. Maybe they told him to throw the bubble, but by all reads, he shouldn't have thrown the bubble. All right, they had it covered. So since they're going inside zone left, one of these 2 guys could have the pop pass. I would have the tight end. Actually, this is what I would do. I would have the tight end run a flat, a 5-yard out, and this receiver run the pop pass. Okay, so now this quarterback Look, first he's looking pre-snap. If it's there, take the bubble. Since we don't have the advantage, don't take it. All right. Now it's a normal read for inside zone. All right. If this DN or even if this corner crashes, all right, you pull it, you throw this flat to this tight end. We're giving him a flat route. Take it. Okay. If they stay, all right, hand it off to this running back or this second quarterback, and this pop pass should either clear out these linebackers who follow with him, or they come up with the run so much where he has open grass right here, okay, where they do get a larger gain. Okay. So the Steelers, obviously, wrong read on this play. They shouldn't have thrown the bubble unless they told him, hey, throw the bubble, let Juju go. All right, but they don't get any yards when they could have gotten at least 5, 6, 7, 8 yards if they had done the play a little bit different. Backside bubble. All right. Right now in the picture, yeah, you could say you have the advantage because this guy's more in the box. This guy's back 10 yards. Okay, so you could take it. Now he's out. You know, you do the pulling guard to get these guys to slide. Is this guy, I mean, to me, that's the wrong read. All right, he was right there in the picture. Let's play it through real quick just to see how many yards they get. He only gets a yard or two. Okay. They would have had a better advantage if they just ran a slant bubble. Since this guy's outside shade, I mean, this linebacker, unless they did a great job of switching it, all right, banjoing it, you should have just done a slant bubble concept to give this quarterback. So, and since it's power, you're more or less doing a pass pro from the lineman. And since he's not a runner, a true runner, the pass pro would have helped make him just read second level and given him that slant bubble option. So that's what the quarterback could have read. All right. Now, what this second quarterback, this running back could have read if we added a pop pass right here and just a 5-yard out just to get this corner out of the picture is, as we play it through, this would have been a kick out. Instead of him falling, he could have ran right to the middle. All right. If he was given the ball, he could throw it right here to this wide open tight end. This safety is back 10 yards. So by the time this tight end caught in the ball, yeah, he probably would have got tackled or another yard or two. But at least it's a 5-yard gain at the very least, okay? And all right, later in the game now, these linebackers won't be coming as hard downhill, where this running back or the second quarterback then can take his run yards and really be more explosive. It's a wide zone lock to the left. The one thing I want everyone to pay attention to is this offensive line, okay? See where the line of scrimmage is at? All right, that's about the 48. The 48's the line of scrimmage, okay? Watch the offensive lineman on this play. Watch, 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 watch. All right. He threw the ball, and the offensive linemen are at the first down marker. Okay. The line of scrimmage was 48. First down's 47. So they're doing a good job of staying 1 yard at the line of scrimmage, all right, and getting the ball out quick. So perfect. I mean, the linemen were taught correctly, all right. And the read gave it to you. This glance route is wide open. All right, wide zone lock will hold this guy because we don't want this guy to get hit often, this quarterback. That's why he pass pros. Everyone else over here runs their wide zone to the left, does a great job. He's crashing downhill hard where the read is perfect. I mean, the quarterback makes the correct read. All right, we would just change if we had to, if we really had to. All right, if this second guy got the ball, give this tight end a quick 5-yard out, 10-yard out, or a corner. All right, just to really make these corners and safeties, nickel guys, just to make them think twice about coming downhill. That's just what would make them more afraid. But the quarterback, correct read here. All right, just add a corner route. So if this guy were to give him the ball on a different play, these guys wouldn't be coming down as hard. They might back up, where now this run by this second quarterback can be explosive, can be a bigger run. Okay. A single RPO looking play, like at all. I mean, they were under center 90% of the time. All right, full old school Clint Kubiak running what his dad would run. Okay, so this is a play that can run it. I mean, when you're under center, it doesn't change anything. You just have to toss the ball like they do here. Toss the ball. It looks like an inside zone. Okay, even if you have a fullback lead, that's cool. Okay, but let's give one or two guys a route. Okay. This fullback, I mean, we could have him just keep running down the middle and run a pop pass. All right. Now this safety's there, and these linebackers, they're coming thinking about blocking this guy. Okay. So if we would rather not have the fullback run a pop pass, then we just have this receiver run a pop pass right in the middle. Okay? But look at all these guys. I mean, he's coming downhill hard. These linebackers came downhill hard. Like, they know, the Colts know that the Vikings are a running team first. All right? So they're really not playing the pass. All right? 2nd and 17. I mean, they really didn't think at all that the Vikings would throw the ball. Okay? So to add that threat, you just give one guy a route and you hit it once a game, even if it's an incompletion. Now these receivers, these DBs and linebackers aren't going to come downhill as fast as they did. Where this guy, I mean, he makes a move and gets big yardage, almost the first down. Can't complain there. But the 2-quarterback RPO system allows for more explosive plays consistently throughout the game. Where it won't be a player making a lucky move or a nice cut, breaking a big one. All right, we would have more explosive plays coming consistently throughout the game on each and every. Have many RPO looking plays in this game. Okay, so here's another toss play from under center. We got a G lead, all right, which will be this week's episode of the 2-quarterback RPO system. All right, so let's go back again. Here we go. Play it through. All right, so. Down block from this tight end is cool. Now give this receiver a corner. Give this guy an out. Okay, you could even give him a fade. All right, but this is the whole thing. Bam. Or that's actually the tackle pulling. Okay, just tell these linemen, just stay at the line of scrimmage. He's 2 yards. So they really might not call it. All right, but now this pulling tackle, he's just seeing whoever he can hit first. And since he does a really great job of bellying back, by the time he gets to the line of scrimmage, this guy's coming downhill. The route, if run correctly, will be either shown if it's open or not, if this corner's coming downhill or not. And if this corner's coming up and trying to stop this run, now this pass is really open. If it's this 10-yard out, corner, 5-yard out, whatever outside breaking route you got, comeback, whatever. Okay? By this guy doing a great job of belling back, okay, this guy truly has time with his lead blocker to decide if this wide receiver would be open downfield, to throw it to him, or just to follow this pulling tackle and gain as many yards as he can. Okay, as you see, they gain a lot of yards. All right, by adding the route downfield makes that safety, that corner, and maybe even linebackers sometimes think twice about coming downhill and trying to tackle him. All right, and this goes back to, this play is a jet sweep. All right, so I know it's not an RPO, and it's very risky, especially if this DN comes upfield, which he's not taught to do. All right, but he is unblocked. Okay, so let's play it through real quick. Bam, he's unblocked. I know that. Tell this guy to stay at the line of scrimmage. All right, we're okay with that. We don't care if we don't believe these guys will make any plays. All right, they won't even think twice. They're not in our mindset of who we really care about if we hand it off the jet sweep. Lead blocker is perfect. All right, keep this DN unblocked, because what he's taught is once the tackle leaves his area, he's got to replace it. All right, so he'll step to his left before he starts chasing this guy, who, in the 2-quarterback RPO system, should be a very fast guy. So that's why we're not worried about this defensive end being unblocked. Okay. Now this tight end, he's the lead block. He will be the lead block. All right. He blocks this first defender, whoever comes downhill first. And now this receiver, okay, he will run a route. If it's a 5-yard out, corner, fade, comeback, whatever it is. Okay. As you see, this DB, I mean, he reads it a little late, but now he's coming downhill to play this run. Where if this guy kept running a route, if he kept running a fade, or if he had a 10-yard out, this DB wouldn't be able to come upfield so fast. Okay? He would be like, oh shit, my receiver's running route, I got to go and guard him. Alright? But if he were to stay back, like he kind of does on this play, now we got a big run by the offense. What the the Falcons ran. And I was talking about how I wouldn't run it from the 1-yard line. Okay, it's too close. It was 4th and goal. 3rd and goal from the 3. There's a little more risk involved. You could risk it a little bit more just because to run it from 3 yards out is hard, especially with all this pressure, D-line pressure, linebackers. I mean, everyone's thinking run. Okay. So this is where I would add this pop pass from this tight end. I would really have him go right down the middle, split these safeties to make these linebackers and safeties think, hey, is he running a route or is he trying to clear us out? What is he trying to do here? All right, so let's play it through. Raiders go with the read option inside zone. Okay. I mean, he could have given it. That guy looks like he would have scored. Quarterback keeps it. gets in there. I mean, he wanted it, obviously. Okay? But by adding this pop pass, alright, still everything else can be the same. Instead of blocking this guy, look at this safety. He came downhill. Adding the pop pass, and if we given this guy right in this middle, this safety was coming in to stop this run where instead of them reviewing to see if he scored, I mean, he could have easily thrown the touchdown pass, would have been wide open. Not wide open in the NFL perspective, okay? Where the Raiders get an easier touchdown than, oh, maybe he's down short, maybe he's not. You could easily make it definitive by scoring the touchdown if you added a pop pass and say, hey, look for this if it's open. Rams here, they're going inside zone right. Let's see. Let's play it through real quick. Do a good job outside release. Block, block, block. Lyman did stay at the line of scrimmage to begin the play, which really helps in the two-quarterback RPO system if they stay at the line of scrimmage or even a yard downfield. Okay, so if he were to hand the ball off, if the read was there, the guy would probably have the pop pass. Is this receiver right here? Most likely because we have this guy arc releasing, which is where if we arc release this H-back or this tight end into a 5-yard out and run this fade, once this guy pulls the ball, if the read is, on this play it was the read to pull it, if he pulls the ball, now, this corner, this safety out of the picture, these linebackers, they would be coming downhill to stop this runner, the quarterback that's pulled the ball, where the quarterback can still throw the ball if the linemen do a good job staying at the line of scrimmage. Okay, so there, if this guy's got the 5-yard out, he's got the fade, this receiver would have the pop right in the middle, okay? So if the running back were to give him the ball and there's no hole there, now he could throw the pop pass to this wide receiver who could have taken, there's grass right here because his linebackers are so aggressive. But if this guy had a 5-yard out, now this quarterback could have thrown the ball because the linemen have done a good job staying at the line of scrimmage, where the yak yards really could have been bigger instead of your quarterback taking a 5-yard. That's a nice little hit, all right? You don't want the quarterbacks taking a lot of hits, and that was one that just looked like it hurt. On read option play, RPO plays. Okay, this one I liked a little bit better. It's a counter to the right, all right? So here we go. Play it and play it. There we go. So triple option counter right. All right, reading this end. I think he could have pulled it, really. Maybe he didn't trust his speed, but remember, he's still got a pitch man. So he could have pulled it, gone right at this DN, and pitched it to number 20, where you got 2-on-2 blocking, and third guy gone, and the defense is doing a great job playing it over here. So that's where he could have pitched it, and this is what I would add to get really nuts, okay? If you just want to make the play side, the right side, okay, the counter right, if you just want to make that regular run, go right ahead. Tell him to stay at the line of scrimmage, this offense tackle and this tight end, okay? But if we know that guy's going to be right there and we could pitch it to the running back, okay? And then have these guys, instead of blocking, run routes downfield, all right? Go with a fade with a 10-yard out or a comeback with a post corner, all right? You can really develop downfield routes for these twos if you were to pitch it right away. If you were to pitch that, all right? Now, as you see, these DBs are running with their man, okay? So you could have pitched it, and this guy's getting at least a 10-yard gain, if not more, by the look of it, okay? So I think I think the coaches were telling him, hey, you should have pulled it here. You're never wrong when you give it, but you should have pulled it. It would have been way more explosive. And if the quarterback had then pulled it and pitched it right away and really made that DN commit to him, this running back really could have had a more explosive play by running it, or if these DBs have gone off their receivers, they could have came up, tried to make a tackle. Now if we added routes by these two guys, now someone's open, and now we're talking about a 20-yard gain at least to start off. This thing the Broncos showed all game to an RPO. Okay, so they fake the play action right, wide zone right, with a slice block. Okay, and they get blown up. But this is where, I'm just trying to show how the play action and the RPO are very similar, where these linemen, they're backing up a lot, but you could just tell them, hey, block your guy on the line of scrimmage. Give this quarterback and second quarterback, both quarterbacks, time, all right, to make a read, all right? So if you were just to tell them, hey, block this close to the line of scrimmage, attack your guy, don't take it as much, don't completely go pass pro, where any routes you make downfield can be available to either quarterbacks. Okay, now this play is a sack in the backfield. It's a complete shit show. I'm just trying to show how you would just have to tell your lineman, hey, just block it at the line of scrimmage more. Don't take it out. Don't get driven back as far. All right, play, sack, bam. It was all bad. All right. So this was the only play I could get the Broncos looking like an RPO. See what the plays is in GH counter. Okay, he's truly not reading it. Maybe he is reading it pre-snap. Okay, this guy has a bubble, and it's a 2-on-2, so you really don't have the advantage. Okay, so what you would have to add if you were running this play is this receiver would have to be tighter. Then he could run the pop pass down the middle, so it has the time, and you wouldn't have to worry about the lineman going downfield. They're doing a great job staying at the line of scrimmage. So this is why I'd say he would have to be on top of the numbers and run it right. I mean, the defender's outside shade, so it's there, okay? And these linebackers here are coming downhill. So you would just tell these linemen, look, you would catch the first guy, and then so the guard would catch one of the first defender linebacker coming in here, and then the H-back would catch the second one. Where he would have time if he broke his route inside right now, this guy could theoretically throw it if he ran a quick in. Right there, where this yard's after the catch, I mean, these defenders are playing to the sideline over there. The safety's still back. Linebackers and D-line are on the line of scrimmage, where the Giants could run it right here. And instead of getting, I mean, he got 5 yards, great for him. He could have thrown the ball for 5 yards, and that guy could have caught it and ran it for another 5, 6, 7. One play that kind of looks like an RPO, play it through. Power to left. I mean, this is why it was the only one that kind of looked like an RPO. Alright, so let's back it up a little bit. Just to show you, bunch to the left to start. Motion. You could add anything you want. You could add a glance, slant flat, bubble. Okay, just have something backside to make this defender, and even this defender stay on that side of the field so they're not coming and playing over here. Or you want just less defenders. That's what this offense system does. You're truly splitting the field in half, sometimes even in thirds, by making guys think about, should I go over here? Should I go over here? Making it simple reads for the quarterback, both quarterbacks. Okay, so here we go. The only route you really could add is this guy, pop pass right in the middle, which would be wide open. Tell this offense lineman to stand in the line of scrimmage. Okay. Giants do a great job stuffing it. All right, now this guy does find a hole and hits it for 7 yards. All right, I'm just trying to tell you that this pass, if you consistently run this pass and you throw it every once in a while, now these holes become bigger. These defenders become soft, all right, and non-aggressive, all right, hesitant. And now these runs, I mean, you get a 7-yard gain, but you really could get a 7, 8-yard gain more consistently. By always adding a route and having that threat of throwing. Okay, so let's see. Power going up the hole. They're looking for this glance, quick in concept. He pulls it. Now, since this defender stays in between, the quarterback could throw it in this window right here, which is big enough in the NFL. Now, the linebacker does do a good job going over here. Okay, so this quarterback's like, oh shit, what do I do? Makes something out of nothing. Shows his athleticism. Good for him. Okay, so we just add one guy. If it's this tight end, if it's this wide receiver, someone's got to have a pop pass, all right, on a power run, on an inside run play where the ball's got to get out quick because our linemen are going more upfield. Okay, they're doing a great job staying at the line of scrimmage. Where if one guy had a route, if it was this guy running pop down the middle would be hard because you have an inside breaking concept here. So even if it was a flat and this guy could throw that would work also. Okay, it's so this is where we're just adding one route, and it makes everything possible. It just shows that you can run this 2-quarterback RPO system by just adding one simple route to the plays you're running. Quarterback, they're running an inside zone to the left. It might be a wide zone. I don't think it is. Okay, with the slice block from the H-back or the tight end. Okay, so here they go. Everyone's blocking. Gets a good 5-yard run. Okay, great. Nothing wrong with 5-yard run. We just want to make it a little more explosive. We can make it more explosive. Okay, so let's have this receiver run a 5-yard out. 5-yard out. Okay, this receiver 5-yard out. So that's his read if he were to pull it. All right. He's got this 5-yard route, and if he doesn't love it, then he can just pull it and run up the middle because he's quick enough. He definitely is. And big enough. All right. If the defense makes him hand the ball off, which is okay, this slice block can still happen to really make this defender, one of these guys, go this way possibly. Where now one of these two guys has a pop pass in the middle. Right here. Now it's open. Now this linebacker isn't coming downhill as fast, which is what we want in the 2-quarterback RPO system, because then these runs can be more explosive. Now we would tell them don't go downfield as fast, especially at the NFL level. But in college and high school, I mean, they're allowed to go 3 yards. So this entire play could truly develop way better to put this linebacker in conflict more. Okay? Great run, as you see. Bam. Okay? Just by adding 1 or 2 routes by wide receivers, which is what they're best at, is all we're doing in the 2-quarterback RPO system with the plays you're currently running in the NFL. And whatever other team, if it's high school or college. Okay? We're just adding a simple route and giving that running back or that second quarterback the option to throw the ball. By 2, they're really split out and they're stacked up. Okay, so here we go. Let's play it through real quick. Wide zone to the left. Gives the ball off. 0-yard gain. Okay? Now, 1, I think he should have bounced it a little bit more to the outside. Here we go again. I mean, he has this hole developing. Quarterback makes the right read. All right, so the only route we really change, I mean, look at that. I mean, maybe that guy's getting through, but I think there's a wall right. I think there's a nice hole right here where he can take this, and now that's fine. We could we don't have to change any of the receiver routes. These guys can stay. This guy can stay. Just make sure this guy has the ability to throw that ball, just to hold this corner and this safety back. All right. Well, no. So actually, he does blow it up, but for the play, okay. Yes, wide zone to the left. All right, he did his job by running upfield. These guys do a better job making a wall, but if he had this hole, if he were to see this alley, he could throw this if these two DBs were staying with their offensive players, and then he would have an alley to go through. But if they came and attacked him, he could theoretically pitch it back like a speed option, and now he could grab it and go down the side. Everyone knows I love him for the 2-quarterback RPO system, so let's run the play through. Here we go. Inside zone to the left with a slice block, with a slice arc block, so he has a lead blocker if he were to pull it. Okay. All good with that. Change this guy's route, give him a pop pass or slant right across the middle. Okay. Backside, give this guy a 5-yard out, maybe a corner. Just, anything to really make the defenders, the safeties, and everyone think twice. Okay. Right read. He's going down the middle. And nothing would be open. Now he runs them off. So the line obviously has to do a way better job of blowing it to protect their running back. But for the most part, I mean, all you have to do is add this route down the middle, and your money. You have everything you would need to run the 2-quarterback RPO system.